When you hear Stoic, you probably picture someone, well, a bit cold, maybe unfeeling.
Yeah, that's such a common image. But it's really a misconception, isn't it?
Totally.
So,
And today we're diving deep into ancient Stoicism. It's this incredibly rich philosophy, much more practical than just bottling things up.
absolutely.
Our mission really is to unpack its core ideas, look at its journey through history, and see why it's still so relevant. Think of it as a shortcut to getting well-informed on living a well-reasoned life.
And we're drawing on historical texts, scholarly work, trying to get the full picture.
So what is Stoicism at its heart?
Well, it started way back, around 300 BC in Athens, founded by Zeno of Citium. He used to teach at the painted porch, the Stoipoikili. That's where the name comes from.
Oh, okay.
And the key thing is how systematic it was. They built this unified view of the world, combining logic, physics, and ethics.
Right, not just separate subjects, but all interconnected.
Exactly. It was all geared towards achieving virtue and living this well-reasoned life, as you said, sort of in sync with the universe's own inherent reason.
Like a divine logic woven into nature itself.
Kind of, yeah. They saw God or reason as immersed in nature, not separate from it. And it really took off in the Greco-Roman world.
I mean, you had figures like Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, as a Stoic. That's pretty significant.
Definitely. Now, a lot of the early stuff is lost, sadly. Most texts we have are from the later Stoa people like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius himself.
So you mentioned logic. Why was that so central for them? It wasn't just about winning arguments, right?
Not at all. For the Stoics, logic was absolutely crucial. It was the bedrock for understanding ethics, for physics, really for achieving a good life.
How did their logic work then? Was it like the logic we study today?
It has fascinating similarities. A key figure was Chrysippus. He really formalized their propositional logic. They focused on assertables, basically. Statements that are true or false, like, it is night.
Simple enough.
Right. But then they built complex statements using connectives. If dot then and either dot or. An exclusive or, importantly.
And they used arguments, syllogisms.
Yes, exactly. They identified 5 basic, indemonstrable argument forms. The classic example, modus ponens, is super simple.
Yeah.
If it is day, it is light. It is day, therefore it is light.
Makes sense.
They even tackled paradoxes, like the liar paradox, to sharpen their reasoning skills. It was all about getting to the truth.
And this logical rigor, it tied into how they saw the universe itself?
Absolutely. They saw the cosmos as this material and reasoning substance. They called it the logos, or anima mundi, the soul of the world.
Material but intelligent.
Yeah, think of an active, intelligent fire or ether acting on passive matter. That's how everything comes to be.
And crucially, humans have a piece of this logos within them.
Precisely. That's our connection to the universe's reason. It's what allows us to reason.
Yeah.
They also had this idea of the universe being cyclical.
Oh, right, the conflagration. Everything burns up and starts again.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
A grand cosmic reset.
Okay, so we've got this intricate logic, this rational universe. How does this all translate into living day to day? That's the ethics part, right?
Exactly. And Stoic ethics is a major form of virtue ethics, the core idea. Virtue alone is enough for eudaimonia,
That's the well-lived, flourishing life.
right? And it rests on 4 cardinal virtues: prudence, fortitude, temperance, and justice. Living in accordance with nature, which basically means living according to reason, is the goal.
And this is where we get that radical idea about external things, isn't it? Like wealth, health.
Yes, the adiaphora, things indifferent. They aren't good or bad in themselves. They're just material for virtue to work with.
That's huge. It means your happiness isn't really dependent on what happens to you. It builds resilience.
Fundamentally, the focus shifts entirely to what's actually within our control. Our judgments, our intentions, our responses. That's the seer of ethics. Reason is the tool to manage destructive emotions.
So what about emotions like anger or fear?
They called those passions. And crucially, they saw them as based on irrational judgments. The ideal isn't to be an unfeeling robot.
Right, it's apatheia. Freedom from those irrational passions.
Exactly. Which then allows for eupatheia, good, rational feelings. Things like rational joy, or a well-reasoned wish, or appropriate caution. It's nuanced.
Even their view on something like suicide was complex, tied to living virtuously. Cato's example comes to mind.
It was permissible only if circumstances made a virtuous life impossible. A last resort, really.
It's amazing how much of this still echoes today. The legacy is quite something.
Oh, definitely. Stoic logic was dominant for like 500 years. And then in the 20th century, people realized, wow, this looks a lot like modern propositional logic, even hints of digital computing principles.
And its influence on early Christianity seems pretty clear, too. Terms like logos, virtue, spirit.
Huge influence. And later you get movements like Neo-Stoicism trying to blend it with Christianity. But maybe the most direct modern link.
Is psychotherapy.
Absolutely. Modern cognitive psychotherapy, like Albert Ellis's REBT or Aaron Beck's CBT, they owe a massive debt to Stoicism.
It comes back to that Epictetus quote, right? It's not the events that upset us, but our judgments about the event.
That's the core of it. And it's why there's a vibrant contemporary Stoicism movement now. People rediscovering it, often through thinkers like Pierre Hadot.
Hadot's idea of philosophy as a way of life.
Yes, requiring constant practice. Ascesis is not just academic.
So a final thought for everyone listening. If you take seriously the Stoic idea that reason is part of the universe's fabric and also part of you, how might really understanding their ancient logic, their view of the cosmos, change how you face challenges today? Could it even redefine what you think is possible?